And unsealed their grand commission, where I found Horatio royal knavery.
Will you be ruled by me?
So you will not overrule me to a peace.
To thine own peace. I will work him to an exploit now ripe in my device, under the which he shall not choose but fall. And for his death no wind of blame shall breathe, but even his mother shall uncharge the practice. Call it accident.
My lord, I will be ruled. But rather if you could devise it so that I might be the organ.
It falls right.
An exact command, that on the supervised, no leisure baited, no, not to stay the grinding of the axe, my head should be struck off.
Is it possible?
Being thus benedded round with villains, I sat me down, devised a new commission, in earnest conjuration from the king, as England was his faithful tributary, as love between them like the palm might flourish, and peace should still her wheaten garland wear, that on the view and knowing of these contents, without debatement further more or less, he should those bearers put to sudden death, not striving time allowed.
So Guildenstern and Rosencrantz go to it.
Why, man, they did make love to this employment. They are not near my conscience. Their defeat does by their own insinuation grow. 'Tis dangerous when the baser nature comes between the pass and fell and censored points of mighty opposites.
You have been talked of since your travels much, and that in Hamlet's hearing, for a quality wherein they say you shine.
What quality is that, my lord?
For art and exercise in your defense, and for your rapier most especial. Laertes, Hamlet comes back. Now, was your father dear to you, or are you like the painting of a sorrow, a face without a heart?
Why ask you this?
Not that I think that you did not love your father, but that I know that love is begun by time, and that I see in passages of proof time qualifies the spark and fire of it. That we would do, we should do when we would. What would you undertake to show yourself your father's son in deeds more than in words?
To cut his throat in the church.
No place indeed should murder sanctuarize. Revenge should have no bounds.
What a king is this?
Does it not think thee? Stand me now upon, he that hath killed my king and whored my mother, popped in between the election and my hopes, and thrown out his angle for my proper life, and with such cousinage. Is it not perfect conscience to quit him with this arm? And is it not to be damned to let this canker come in further evil?
It must be shortly known to him from England what is the issue of the business there.
It will be short. The interim is mine, and a man's life is no more than to say one.
We'll bring you together and wager on your heads. He being remiss, most generous, and free of all contriving, shall not peruse the foil, so that with ease, or with a little shuffling, you may choose a sword unbaited, and in a passive practice requite him for your father.
I will do it. And for the purpose I'll anoint my sword. I bought an unction of a mountebank so mortal that but dip a knife in it. Where it draws blood, nothing can save the thing from death that is but scratched withal. I'll touch my point with this contagion, that if I gall him slightly, it may be death.
When in your motions you are hot and dry, as make your bouts more violent to that end, and that he calls for drink, I'll have prepared a chalice for the nonce, whereon but sipping, if he by chance escape your venom stuck, our purpose may hold there. How now, sweet queen?
One woe doth tread upon another's heels, so fast they follow. Your sisters drown, Laertes.
Drown? Where?
There is a willow grows askant a brook that shows its hoar leaves in the glassy stream. There with fantastic garlands did she come, of crowflowers, nettles, daisies, and long purples, that liberal shepherds give a grosser name, but our cold maids do dead men's fingers call them. There, on the pendant boughs, her crowned weeds clambering to hang, an envious sliver broke, and down her weedy trophies and herself fell in the weeping brook. Her clothes spread wide, and mermaid like a while they bore her up, which time she chanted snatches of old lauds as one incapable of her own distress, or like a creature native and endued unto that element. But long it could not be, till that her garments, heavy with their drink, pulled the poor wretch from her melodious lay to muddy death.
Alas, then she is drowned.
Drowned. Drowned.
Too much of water hast thou, poor Ophelia, and therefore I forbid my tears. Adieu, my lord. I have a speech of fire that fain would blaze, but that this folly drowns it.
How much I had to do to calm his rage. I fear this will give it start again. Follow.